Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's B. Avery here for another recap for Power Season 6, Episode 14, titled Reversal or Fortune. And after this episode, guys, we only have one episode left, and we got to find out who killed Ghost. But after this episode, because we are talking spoilers, we found out that it was not Tate. And actually, at some point in the video, I thought that it was Tate. I thought that it was going to be Rashad, Mr. Lorenz Tate, but it is not him. So we only have three suspects left. We got Tariq, we got Tasha, and we also have Sax. Now, with some people online talking about 50 Cent, dropped the spoiler. I kind of glanced at it on Instagram, but I'm not really paying attention to that. As I'm filming this right now, the episode is out, so I'm going to be checking the last episode, the final episode, the season finale, the series finale right after this. And I'm so sorry that I'm late with this episode. Just got distracted, just to be honest with you guys. But, I'm not going to, harp on that too long. But, if this is your first time finding me, I do recaps here. I do movie reviews. I do trailer reactions. Sometimes I respond to entertainment news. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become one of my subscribers if you want more content. But I really did like this episode, and they're getting better and better and better. I remember at the beginning of the second half of season 6, I felt every episode, but initially I complained about, wait a minute, are we just going to focus on every character until we get to the end? That seems like everything is going to be predictable, but no. Every episode, they always are throwing some type of twist, some type of surprise, and not necessarily with this episode here when I think about it, but I like the perspective of Tate, Mr. Lorenz Tate, and how it just kind of focused on him. He's kind of been like a roller coaster character for me. Like, sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't like him, sometimes he's in the middle. But at the very beginning of this episode, we see, he's getting plastered. He's at the bar, getting his drink on, trying to hit on the bartender, like, hey, I'm Mr. Tate, or whatever. And I have never, what do you say? Something like, there's never been a time to where I did not please a woman, and tonight is not going to be the first. And he passes out, and he wakes up, and we get to meet his family, his brother-in-law, his nephew, and his sister-in-law. And who is playing his brother-in-law? His real-life brother, Lamar Tate. Lamar J. Tate in the show is called Kamal Tate. And I recognize this, but Tate is their real last name in real life. I realized it a while ago, not initially. I just never really spoke on it. And so, they're brothers in real life, they're brothers in the show, and their chemistry within this episode was very tight. I was feeling it. I was loving everything about it. Great dynamic in between those two. Of course, Lamar is the older brother in real life, to my understanding, real life. Older brother in real life, and he was also the older brother in this episode too. And I really didn't just feel like it was acting. It was, but I really did feel like, this was just their real life relationship. And, the camera people were just recording them, it's just kind of doing their thing. And what I love about their relationship is that you can tell that they really loved each other, but you can tell that, they kept it real with each other. They didn't sugarfoot. They didn't just tote around, not want to hurt each other's feelings. They told each other, how they felt all the time. They spoke their mind. And I think that's just healthy in any relationship, especially if you're siblings. And that really did come out on screen, and was one of the reasons why I found this episode real phenomenal. When I was riding in the car, she was like, look, man, this is what you pull with all those, those white people over here, all these political people over here, but that's not going to work on me. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a cop. People try to pull tricks on me all the time. I know that you're holding back. I cannot protect you if you don't give me the full story. And he's like, all right. The person that killed Ghost, it may have been Dre, and I may have, he didn't say I may have hired him. He was like, he may try to, implicate me and say that I did it and all this good stuff. And one of the things towards the end of the episode, it really did surprise me. He was like, hey, tell me, if I'm going to have to arrest you, at the end of this. Now, I'm not a cop, and I have my opinions about cops and things of that nature. I'm not going to harp on that too long either. But, I am in the camp to where, of course, I don't think that every cop out there is bad. But if I were to put myself in the shoes of a cop, and let's just say, I have a little brother, right? And I'm not just saying that if he went around murdering people that I would just let him get away with it, but at the same time, I don't know if I can just arrest him either. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, that line in that episode kind of towards the end where they were pulling up to the club where they found out that there was a murder at James's nightclub because at the time they did not know that it was him that was murdered. I was just like, oh, okay. He is really trying to be a stand-up cocktail, but hey, I know you're my brother and I love you, but I will arrest your ass and whatever. That just kind of, I didn't think that they would go there. But he wakes up at at the family at the table. He's drunk. He's getting coffee. They're doing some pop quizzes on the state capitals and all that good stuff. I can't talk. And they were saying that, I think he said Lansing is the capital of Michigan. But right after that, we get brother Cedric the Entertainer in this thing. Very, very talented brother. I wish he had more work. I just looked up his filmography right before this. And, he has a few scenes, a few movies that are announced and that have been in pre-production. But he was great in this episode too. But what's not great was his music selection. I like that his son called him out on that. His son or whatever, I've never seen him in any type of other entertainment before, but I did not like him. He was annoying. I mean, he was just following his little daddy, you know what I'm saying, trying to show out, and you got your dad killed, but we've seen this scene over and over again in previous episodes to where they tried to do the shootout with Ghost and with Ghost and Tommy. Of course, they didn't know Tommy was there. And, I remember a few episodes, I was like, wait a minute, does that look like Cedric the Entertainer? And it never dawned on me, let me just go online and look at the cast and the crew to see if he's a part of, of the cast. But it is. And I think somebody in my comments maybe have called it out, or maybe it was just somebody else's comment section, before. But I'm jumping too far ahead, too fast. We get they're hitmen, and I was just like, whoa, these guys are serious. They're pretty dangerous. They're cutting off thighs and arteries and, torturing, and he back fist slapping people. The son is, at least. And Cedric got his little horrible music, just singing, and I'm just like, wait a minute. But they tried to justify their carnage by saying, hey, you're not going to be messing around with little girls no more. I was like, okay, good. This dude's a pedophile. He is getting what he deserves, because, I am one for karma. I do feel that, what goes around comes around, and pedophiles are just the scum of the earth, in my opinion. It's just horrible, rapists and pedophiles. That's the lowest of the low. And so, man, I don't know if I would have shot him in the back of the head twice. I would have shot him in each ankle. I would have shot him in his kneecaps. I would have shot him in his elbows, his wrists, and his shoulders. And maybe his clavicle, but he probably would have passed out by then. So I don't know how I would have did it exactly now that I think about it. But the dude would have been tortured. He would have felt some pain, because you don't need to be messing around with no little girls, man. That's just horrible right there. So I like how they just tried to justify that. Then we have, Tate, man. He came through at the end. He's the governor. What we saying? New York leads the way. I was not thinking the episode was going to turn out like that, because right after we see Cedric the Entertainer, who his name in the show is, what is his name? Krupa or something like that. Yeah, Krupa. Krupa. I just did not think that Tate was going to win and he's going to be saying, New York is the day, because right after that scene where we see Cedric and Cedric the Entertainer and his son, we have Tate going in to look at Ramona and Walsh and all that, and it's like, hey guys, reconsider me. He has the hoodie on, he's unhinged, just like, and he stormed out of there. It's like, he stormed out of there and he's just like, F all y'all, you know what I'm saying? This is, but right after that. But what I'm trying to say is, I like how he kind of just stood his ground and he was not giving up. But right after that, I got to say that Tate was dumb as hell. Rashad is stupid. Why are you going to call these dudes to drive all the way up from Washington, D.C. to New York to do a job? And then when they get there, like, all right, hey, guys, you know what? I don't need you. Just turn around. Nothing happened. I'm not going to pay. And then it was like, what about Cedric was like, or Krupa was like, what about the money? He was like, hey, come on now. I can't pay you for a job that you didn't do. Dude, these dudes are murderer assassins. They don't care, man. They will murder you, as he said 5 seconds later. Could you not have called them and just like, hey, I'm sorry, but if they was already there, because that may have been the same morning where he left, the rest of the Democratic Party at that little brunch or whatever. Bro, at least pay for some gas, give them some gas money. You know what I'm saying? Pay for oil change. Go buy them a burger or some pizza or something. You know what I'm saying? Buy them lunch. Or just pay for their troubles. Like, how you just, they're just going to be like, oh, you don't need the job? All right, well, it's nice seeing you. Bye-bye. And just turn around and go back to DC. That's just stupid. I mean, you wouldn't do that with just any normal person. You know what I'm saying? That's just rude as hell. But you're going to do it to some murderer and assassins and such. Like, no, we either killing him or we killing you. And that's just dumb, bro. Like, you're dumb as hell. I really just did, I did not understand that at all. But right after that, we see Cedric Krupa and his son in the car and talking about the selection of music again. It was a silly scene. It was kind of funny. But that's when, we see James alive, Ghost, at his club with Tate or whatever. And Tate is just not giving up. Dude is just unhinged. He's desperate. He's like, what am I going to do? I done seen this dude on TV. He's going to get the Democratic nomination. It should be me. He's desperate. He's salivating, at the mouth. But, he gets a kind of little pickup because he goes to the diner. He just wants to get some coffee. And, everybody's feeling him like, that kind of just gives him a boost of confidence. And that's what's up. I mean, I don't know why, but at the very beginning of that scene, I just really wasn't feeling it. I thought it was corny, but, as it developed, as it carried on, as it progressed, I was just, okay, it just seemed fake to me, like, oh, Tate, I got the cover on my phone. Can I get a selfie? Hey, I'm staring at him right now. Like, oh my God. I don't know. It just seemed kind of weird, but the brother, he embraced it or whatever. And, he got to do what he can to get in the best positive light. And as far as in the media, and so, I got to give it to him. Wasn't really feeling the scene at first, but towards the end, I don't know, it just kind of worked for me. But let's just go to, again, Cedric and Krupa, Cedric and Krupa, it's the same person. Krupa and his son. I don't know his son's name, but dude, you blaming Tate, Rashad Tate, Lorenz Tate, for your father's death, you're crazy. I mean, I know you're sad and you're distraught that your dad died, but this is your damn fault, man. You running there cocky. He's like, yeah, Pops, we got the gun. We finna run him there. He's like, no, son, humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? You get the right, I get the left. All we got to do is get him in the crosshairs. He running over there to the side like it's his first job. Like, yeah, it is natural. All sons naturally seek the approval of their fathers. But, the dude is not 11 years old, man. You're at least 20-something years old, maybe 30-something years old. What are you doing? Chill. He running and stuff like that. Like, calm down, man. Slow down or whatever. Like, why you acting all brand new? We've done this before. And then he running up. Oh, I got, like, what? You are sorry as a hitman. You suck. First of all, you should have made sure your gun worked. Then you could have got closer. But you saw Ghost talking to somebody. He's not just going to be on the roof moving his mouth, to nobody. And then you want to get mad later on, talking about, oh, we didn't know that somebody was there. He just came out like, dude, why didn't you wait? It just, that was a completely botched job. Of course, it didn't work. We know that now. But, his father's dead. Your father's dead because of you. And it's your goddamn fault or whatever. It's your fault. And then when you call Tate or whatever. Now, I'm not going to harp on this too much, but Tate should have, his number is still in the phone of both the hitmen is in the I cannot talk. It is in the phone of Cedric Krupa. It's in the son's phone. And also later on, I don't know if he probably could have got the information back from Dre, like the plate and the money and all that stuff. But all that is still out there, and that could tie back to Tate. I don't think it will. I think the writers is possibly going to let that go. But it is something that I thought about, but I am glad that the brother came and tried to, he saved the day or whatever. You could have took Tate out at that time, but no, you want to bump your gums and, my father's dead because of you. And hey, you got shot, by Tate's older brother or whatever. And, he just wasn't buying it. Like, man, look, you telling me he got a crackhead robbery out here, man. Like, come on, dude. Like, the neighborhood is safe. He just wasn't buying it. It is what it is. But he goes to the office. They moving everything out. They asked him to give his official endorsement. He's like, hell the F no, I'm not going to do that. And then his brother picks him up. And that's what I was talking about at the very beginning of my recap, how him and his older brother was riding in the car. And I just really love the relationship, between the two of them, and just kind of how they kept it real in between them. But it was something I wrote down here that I want to mention that I really do like about Tate's character. When the dude came and was about to shoot him in the alley when he was taking out the trash, the son of Cedric the Entertainer, Krupa, he was like, look, man, I want death. My daddy's dead. You're going to feel it too. We're going to go in the house. I'm going to murder the boy, the woman, and your brother, or the man. I don't think he knew that was his brother or whatever. You're going to watch. And he had his head down, and he just kind of just stood up like, oh, MF, no, you did not. We're not going in that house. You're not, he was just like, no, I'm standing my ground here. You know what I'm saying? You can shoot me, but this don't got nothing to do with them. And I liked them. And right before I got shot, I was thinking like, oh, Tate finna put them hands on him. He about to whoop his ass or whatever. So I was really feeling this character there. And that was just something that I just did not want to miss out on. But he hires Dre, like I said. They're going to the club. He gets out. He's on live. And that was just a nice speech that they gave live right there, just on the spot. That political jargon that these people be lining us talking about. Hey, do this, do that. Sunshine and rainbows, vote for me, yada, yada. But it was still a dope speech. It was still convincing, But again, his older brother was like, man, how you come up with that BS that quick? I don't know. I was just really loving that. And I liked, the conversation in between them talking about, hey, you Mr. Lucky, how everything goes in your favor. He was like, nah, man, you the one that got the government loan to pay for the house. You got your tax paying this, your tax paying that. You got the beautiful wife, the son, this and that. I liked it all. I liked it all, but they made up or whatever. And Tate was like, nah, man, y'all need me more. Now the ghost is dead. So y'all, in talking to the Democratic Party, y'all need me more than I need you. So I will be your running mate, but not, as a subordinate. It's governor or nothing. And Wash was like, oh, hell no, Loretta Wash. She was like, she was coming with that fire, just like, this is BS. And I kind of like that or whatever. She had some lady kahunas as well. What I would do was like, look, you need to go get in the car, call a cab. And she was like, I was like, this turn of events, I just did not see coming. I thought Tate was done. You know what I'm saying? I thought at the end of the episode, we was going to see him in the corner crying or something like that. But no, New York leads the way or whatever. And so, he gave the speech. It was dope. He found out that Dre was killed and, like his brother said, Mr. Lucky. But it's just something stupid, man. Like, you already winning, bro. Why did you have to throw Ramona under the bus? That was dumb. Like, that shit can come back and bite you. Maybe not in the last episode, but I'm just saying in general, like that. I thought that was unnecessary, but then we get the last scene of the episode. He's smashing on Cassandra. She fine as hell. The Ramona look good too, but anyway, Ramona comes in there, slaps the hell out of him, as she should, because I don't blame her. I would be pissed too if I was in her shoes. But the last thing is, or real quick, is like, I don't know. For one, bro, you could have got a round 2 in there with Cassandra or whatever. You didn't just have to kick her out like that. But what I don't understand is Cassandra had the nerve to say, you just gonna make me leave like this? Or maybe she was just upset because he was just kicking her out. But because I was thinking to myself, like, you clearly could not have been thinking that this dude really likes you and that y'all gonna have some nice, fulfilling relationship. Like, this is just a sex thing. Y'all can be cool. Y'all can work together, smash on the side. But if you really think this dude is cutting for you like that, what the hell is wrong with you? And she has the nerve to him say, is this what kind of man you are? What do you mean? You up her committing adultery as well on your husband. Not only that, in his face, at the same people in the office. Like, what? And you have the nerve to say, is this the type of man you are? Is this what kind of woman you are? You know what I'm saying? You just like, come on, man. You look in the mirror. So I was just like dumbfounded when she said that, like, are you serious? And she just had to come on, go ahead, Ramona. Skipping down the stairs with a robe on, showing the little nipples or whatever. It's just like, just stay up there, man. Ramona could have pulled out the phone and do a little Snapchat, not Snapchat, but take a little snap picture real quick and bam, y'all busted again. It's just like, I don't know. But everybody's just not the brightest. But, Tate was scared at the very end because it looks like they was going to arrest the killer. And he was like, oh, crap. Oh, shit. What's about to go on? So that is the end of the episode, guys, and I really did like it. I can't wait to watch the final episode 15, which I'm about to go watch right now. I want to know what you thought of the episode, and y'all guys are probably watching it right now. But let me know in the comment section, who you think killed Ghost. You think it was Tariq? You think it was Tasha, or you think it was Sax? I'm still thinking it was Tariq. But maybe they're just pulling a fast one on us. But again, guys, that is just my opinion. I'm very sorry that this episode was late, but hey, better late than never. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give me that thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to the channel. You can also look me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all that good stuff. It's right there at the bottom of the screen. And I also have links in the description box and the pinned comments. And guys, I also want to thank you so much because I reached 20,000 subscribers. I'm actually at 21,000 subscribers right now at the recording time of this video. So guys, I really do appreciate all 21,100 of you guys. I couldn't do it without you. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget to always chase your dreams, because I'm chasing mine. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.